Welcome back to Dr. Josefina's Way, and I'm Laura Guttridge. Today we are talking about the power of daily affirmations. And I think a lot of people don't understand the importance of the daily affirmations.
Yes.
I know Dr. Josefina does them every day. We've known each other many, many years, and she's always been very serious about her daily affirmations.
Yes.
And when we repeat, things, it's like positive things, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, because we're repeating something and that eventually makes it a reality.
Exactly.
And I think that's the whole point of it. And also it has an added benefit in the aspect of it's keeping the negative things out of your mind, because you're forcing yourself basically to think positive.
Retraining yourself. Retraining.
Yes. Fighting your mind against the negative and forcing in the positive.
Yes.
So you do daily affirmations every day.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yes.
And do you do them when you wake up in the morning, go to bed, or is it in your mind all day?
In my case, because I've been doing it all my life, it's constantly all the time. My brain is just the same. If you take somebody who their affirmations are negative, the way they talk constantly is complaining and everything is negative, they are trained that way. So in my case, all the time is positive. If I go into a challenging situation, I don't think, oh my God, what's going to happen? No, what pops in my head is something positive.
Okay.
It's an affirmation that if I see something that is very expensive, I never say, oh, I can't afford that. I say, immediately pops in my head, I have plenty of time, energy, wisdom, and money to get everything I want. So what happened, like you were saying, I'm creating abundance. If I constantly say my health is bad, or I'm poor, I'm broke, guess what are you creating? You're creating what you don't want. So one of the ways to enrich your life is by training your mind with positive affirmations. So in one of the shows we were talking about that positive attitude, and that's how you develop the positive attitude. You have to renew your mind, to change your mind, taking all that negativity. But so returning to my case, to me it's spontaneously, and that's what you reach when you practice for years. Negative stuff don't pop in my head. That's not my natural way. My natural way is to see the bright side. My natural way is to see the options. What can we do to make it better? One of the things that turn me off in life is when somebody will approach me, which is very seldom, to tell me about this can be done. Don't tell me it can be done. But there's always a way. There is always a way to deal with life in a positive way. So yes, I go to sleep thinking positive. I wake up thinking positive. That's my nature, because that's what I'm being trained.
Well, going back to what you said about people who say that something is not possible, and the problem with that way of thinking, in my opinion, is that even if that might be an impossible thing, if you give up from the beginning, you're not going to even remotely get close to it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you have your eye on the prize, you might not get it, but you might get close.
Exactly.
And there are benefits to getting close, even though you don't get the prize. There's a benefit to achieving that.
Exactly.
To getting closer.
Exactly. Because something seems difficult, and because something seems impossible, that doesn't mean that it is.
Yes.
What it means, if you had the discipline.
Well, you'll never know, though, if you have that. You'll never even know.
How can you do the nutcracker if you're thinking, I'm too old to do that?
That's right. Yes.
Okay?
You set yourself up for failure.
Exactly, because you're using now the excuse that, well, I'm not 18 years old. And so I cannot do the nutcracker. No, you did it now. You did it last year. So because you didn't think it was an impossibility. But most people, for simple things in life, they immediately respond, that's an impossible. Like for me, when I was, my story when I was in my country. I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. I didn't speak the language. I didn't knew anybody in the United States. But I had a dream. And that's how I know dreams can become true
Right.
if you are focused and you make the commitment. This is my dream. This is what I want. And the beautiful thing, Laura, is that when we set the mind that way, although for me, my dream was an impossibility because I didn't have the resources, but the power of an idea is incredible, because then your creative subconscious it's amazing how we build. The creative subconscious start telling you how you can do it. Isn't that phenomenal?
It is. It is.
I mean,
you work it out. You make it happen.
The power of the mind.
Right.
We have the conscious, subconscious, and creative subconscious. And that part of the mind, what we call the aha moment, when you have a situation and you're thinking, and all of a sudden, pow! The aha moment. This is how you can do it. And that's what happened to me.
Right.
This is how you do 1, 2, 3, and then you listen to that inner voice, and you follow that inner voice, and you follow that guidance, and here I am. It's amazing. That's what I love my life.
It's the moment of clarity
Amazing.
that that certain something.
Absolutely. But for that moment of clarity, you have to be willing to hear it.
Oh yes, you have to set yourself up for it to get there too.
Absolutely.
Otherwise,
you have to hear it.
Yes, you have to keep telling yourself that there's possibilities, and that's when the
and believe.
Solution.
I mean, you gotta believe it before you see it.
Right.
If I'm waiting, well, I have to have money to go to the United States.
Right.
I will be there, miserable, ugly, fat, all 500 kids, and not doing what I want.
Right.
Because you set your mind to the impossible.
Well, did you have people telling you that it was impossible?
Oh yes. And that's when I learned that you never, ever share your goals and dreams with people who haven't been there, done that. Because every time I will tell my classmate in college, my dream is to go to the United States, and they will tell me, you don't have money, you poor, you don't speak the language, and you don't know anybody in the United States. I learned to shut up, but when I told my professors who came to this country to get a master's degree and PhD, I will share with them, they will tell me how to do it.
Well,
isn't that fabulous?
Because they understand the mental power.
Yes.
But sometimes it's those negative people that tell you it's impossible. They make you strive to want to show them.
Yes.
So see, that's finding the positive in the negative.
Don't believe me. Watch me.
Yes, I think there's some famous basketball player. They told him he couldn't play basketball in high school.
Michael Jordan.
Was it Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
So I think that's what really was a big drive for him.
Yes.
To show the naysayers that they were wrong.
Exactly. And that's one of my things with bodybuilding. Okay, I don't care how old I get. I put it 200. I'm still bodybuilding if I feel like doing it. Because it's in your head. Okay, we're saying I think we have 1 more minute, right?
Okay. Well, I did want to touch base on this. You talk about mature thinking, and they stay calm and optimistic. And you know what that always makes me think of? A pilot.
Oh, yes.
Because when I was little, I have a fear of flying. I would always want to meet the pilot when we would fly, and they always had that kind of persona. They were very calm. They seemed very optimistic and calm, and I think that's a sign of a mature thinking.
Yes, I can fly this plane.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your emails, comments, Facebook, you too. You do it, and we do double bicep. I love you, baby.
Bye, bicep.
Mwah! Bye.